That's a bit close, isn't it? So, this in one of my videos recently that I would talk about my Fibro clinic experience. Now, it was on the 2nd of June, but it was very overwhelming. It put me in a bit of a mental state. I didn't know how or what to do to deal with it. Now, today being the 23rd, I've just received a letter from them today, and I was like, oh yeah, I've not actually spoken about this. So, about this time last year, I kept going back to the doctors going, I'm really struggling, headaches, like fatigue, like, like, have you heard of the Fibro outpatients? I was like, no. I'm thinking, I tell my dad, and he's like, why are they telling you this like a year and a half after you've been like diagnosed or supposedly diagnosed, whatever's going on? So, referred me, but didn't send the right blood tests. Then they didn't receive the letter, but they did because I had the letter, a copy of the doctor's letter. So, who knows? Anyway, so I had this appointment. Did all the introductory things and running over my past, which was highly triggering. I cried in front of 2 blokes because we had someone like shadowing. And it was on a video call. So we had to go over my mental health experience, which those who know. Which is kindly put in the letter, which my dad's going to read later, That's good for me, isn't it? So, this appointment, and he was like, you know this isn't a Fibro clinic, don't you? Nope. He says this is chronic fatigue syndrome and a ME clinic. I was like, what? So I'm like, so why did my doctors said it was in Fibro outpatients? He's like, I can't tell you. But he's like, whilst we're here, whilst we've got the appointment, I know you've waited ages, we'll go through like our criteria and stuff. And he was asked me at the beginning, what do you want to achieve from this? And I was like, the impossible. And he was like, heard that before. And I was like, I feel like I'm existing. I feel like I have no life. I feel like I'm just like walking through treacle to get to the end of the day. My daily goal is to get to the end of the day and not be flat on the floor. It's like, I understand that. I felt like, do you? Anyway, good old John. And so he's like asking me all these questions, and I was like, yeah. Do you sleep a full night and feel like you've not slept at all? Hell yeah. Do you have bouts where you sleep really well and then bouts where you struggle to sleep? Been taking night off for the last 2 years, mate. Hell yeah. He's asking me all these questions, and he's like, to diagnose this, we have to rule other things out. I was like, oh, not this again. Because that's what they have to do with Fibro. So I was like, right. But all the questions, pretty much, I answered was a yes, or most of the time, or occasionally. Now, I have spoken to a lot of people about this meeting appointment thing. And, 'cause, 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 ' it's been hard because I've sat there and I said, I cried after my appointment and I didn't talk to anyone for the rest of the day. Never mind what time was my appointment, was it 10 o'clock in the morning? I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't want to know. I might have spoken to someone like that tea time, but for hours I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to know. And I was like, so how's the last 2, 3, 4 years of having a working diagnosis for fibro, being diagnosed with fibro, which was like nearly 2 years ago? Is that a lie? Have I not got fibro? Have I got fibro? Have I got fibro with chronic fatigue? Have I got fibro in ME? Have I got fibro, chronic fatigue, and ME? And then to throw something else into the mixture is like asking me all these questions linked with sleep apnea. And I'm like, no, I do have felt a couple of times recently that when I'm drifting off to sleep, I almost like forget to breathe. So I'm like, but. So I came out of that appointment. I finished the appointment call more confused than I've ever been confused in my life. Like I'm expecting the chuffing snowman to fly across the sky in a minute, or do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's possible. So I came out of this call thinking, have I got fibro? Have I not? My only thing that I've got epilepsy, I've got IBS, I've got mental health issues, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have I got fibro? Like the worst outcome is I've got fibro, epilepsy, IBS, anxiety, depression, CFS, which is chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, and fibro. Did I mention fibro already? Oh, no, I didn't mention fibro. Sleep apnea. The best is that they find out that I haven't got chronic fatigue or ME or sleep apnea, and I've just got what I've already got. However, the amount of tiredness, fatigueness I am getting, like obviously everyone knows I've been at Alex's since 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. I came back 10 o'clock this morning. I'm knackered. And all I did was lay on his bed all day yesterday. Like, I went out on Saturday and sat down all day, and I'm knackered. Like, again, it's just existing. I don't even know how I'm going to feel tomorrow morning. So, I don't even know. So I've got the letter, which I'm going to do on a different video. I actually walked through the door when I got home. Alex, don't know when I'm posting this video, but it's the 23rd. I walked in the door and I was like, Dad, there's a brown envelope, and he goes, I know. And did think about messaging you. Like, it hasn't got my address on it now, but like, it's had food on it, ignore it. We'll message it. And I was like, what is it? He's like, I think it might be a ME clinic. And I'm like, it doesn't confirm anything, it doesn't deny anything at this moment. We've all got to go through the process of elimination of stuff, and I'm like, so yeah, I just thought I'd bring you all up to date. Yeah, we live on.